What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video. We have another subscriber submitted attacks video, and today we have the mass baby dragons. Now, how this works, guys, is you will drop down in the comments what strategy you want me to use, so go ahead and do that for your chance to be featured in the next video. Now, I can't do all of them, guys, I do apologize, but what we do is pick the comment that had the most likes. So the previous subscriber submitted attacks video we did was the mass lava hounds. It was a ton of fun, very effective, getting a 3-star as well, guys. I will be sure to link that video at the end of this one in case you missed it. But the most liked comment was this: 63 likes, mass baby dragons, rages, freeze and bat spells. Exactly the same in the clan castle. Maybe some lightning spells and also skeleton spells instead of the bats, so that the baby dragons keep their rage. Now, as long as there is more than one baby dragon, they will not have their rage. But I understand the principle, and we will go ahead and do that towards the end of the video. We do tend to tweak the armies. Now, I already have a Queen Charge into Hog Rider attack built up, so let's get out there and just do an attack, get rid of these troops. But then this is the original army composition I'm going to go for the mass baby dragons. We're going to try a Queen Charge in. Now, I do have a couple of loons just to help set up the funnel. I am also going to have the wall wrecker to help the queen, but then we have the baby dragons. In terms of spells, we will take rage spells that can be used for the Queen Charge or the baby dragons. Free spells again can be used either way, and 2 bat spells. I will also take 2 in the clan castle. That will be the first attack using the mass baby dragons, but we will be sure to tweak the strategy, try and make it as effective as possible, and at the end we will also use the skeleton spells. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on daily Clash of Clans videos. Now, for the Hog Rider attack, let's just get in there, get this one done. It's a 4-corner style base. It has single target infernos, not ideal for this strategy, but what are we going to do? Right, if we charge in to the queen is down here, we could get her as long as we got to the eagle. I'm kind of thinking we charge in from the top of the base here towards the X-bows, straight down, and then Hog Rider into one of the single infernos. That kind of keeps the queen away from that. I think that's going to be the best option. So let's go with the P.E.K.K.A. and a wizard here, and then we'll do the king and a wizard on the other side. Once we've got a little bit of the funnel created and the king starts to do his work, let's get the queen, the wrecker, and let's get a test balloon in that area. Might press the king's ability here. Let's go for it. That will just ensure that the queen should not go that way, but she's going to. She's going to. Queen, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Well, this raid is going to go south very, very quickly, but let's see how this goes. We have no way of getting the Eagle Artillery, which is kind of what we need. The king is going to go down here, which again we kind of need for the healers to just get onto the queen. If the queen gets within range of the single, we do have the freeze spell in order to help out. Let's get a rage spell in there in order to help her get through the king. I'm keeping a close eye on the wall wrecker over there as well. It's pretty safe, and once it gets through that wall, I'm actually going to use a rage to help it through, and then just keeping an eye on the queen here. We might have to, guys, we might have to go with the hogs earlier than expected. Let's just see what happens. We're actually doing okay. We've got the eagle. Single is onto the queen again. Let's go with the rage. Now let's get the hog riders into that single. We don't want it locking back onto the queen. It's onto the hog riders, keeping a close eye on this. Let's get some wizards in to help out. And then as the hogs come forward, I'm keeping a close eye for any bomb towers. We also need to ensure, not bomb towers, giant bombs. We need to ensure the Giga Tesla is activated, or the town hall, which it is. Let's get a skelly spell in there to help out. Then let's use the Grand Warden's ability. We're going to have to use the Queen's ability as well. It's not looking too bad, guys, as the Hog Riders come through. Come on, boys. Let's get through this. We're going to have to heal the hogs down in this area. Unfortunately, because we don't have the Queen, and ooh, them giant bombs are going to do a lot of damage. Because we don't have the Queen, that's going to do a lot of damage onto our Hog Riders. Let's actually, I'm going to save the minion for the clan castle in the middle there to help clean that up. We need the single inferno, but we're not going to get it, guys. It is going to be an 80-90% here. Not quite going to finish this off. The Queen's going to go down to the enemy Queen. Either way, Hog Riders incredibly close. I think because the Queen walked, that was a relatively okay recovery. Still got that high percentage 2-star, which is exactly what you need. It is going to be above 90%. The minion in the army composition is to help if there's a lava hound in the CC, but it's also in case you have any structures in the middle. Does tend to be a little bit slow in getting the clan castle down, but let's say the barbarian king is in there, his altar, maybe the Queen's altar, something like that. You can use it to take down that 92%. It is not quite what we need in terms of the 3, but let's get into the next attack where we are going to take baby dragons. Oof, that is crazy. Baby dragons, bat spells, we can just put bats, and slammer or blimp. Let's take a slammer. I have them both myself anyway, so if we need to, we can swap to the blimp, but I think the slammer will be most useful, and let's come back when we have a base to attack. Alrighty, guys, we are ready to go with the mass baby dragons. I am going to start with the Queen charge into mass baby dragons. I think that 19 is classed as a mass baby dragon attack, but just to make sure, why don't we cook up all baby dragons? That is literally all we will have. So 28 baby dragons, 4 in the clan castle. That is 32 baby dragons versus a base. And why don't we go with all bat spells? 11 bat spells and then 2 in the clan castle. That will be the attack we do after this one. Pretty exciting. Now, guys, I've got to admit, it is a different day. I haven't been able to do my attacks the last couple of days, and we have dropped out of Legends League from when that initial attack was done. But we're in High Titan 1 using the mass baby dragons. I think that is still quite the challenge. We have also been able to max out on golden elixir whilst we have been sitting waiting. So let's go ahead and just use a couple of them onto the walls, and then let's get out there and let's find ourselves a base to attack with the mass baby dragons. Now, we also have to deal with clouds. I've missed it. Not really, guys. I love the new Legend League system. We actually have a base straight away here. It doesn't really have much loot, so let's come back when we have a better one. Well, I think we have to take this one, guys. 700,000 gold and 700,000 elixir. I tell you one thing, clouds might be a little bit frustrating, but I've missed all of this loot. What can we do for a mass baby dragon attack? Now, you might notice that all of the air defense are at the south of the base here, which is a little bit troublesome. We don't have a wall wrecker either. That is so frustrating. I took the slammer for the, what they call, baby dragons, and I could really do with a wall wrecker right now, but I think we need to queen charge in from this area, guys. So why don't we use a baby dragon in order to try and create the funnel there, that little bit. That should work pretty nicely. Then we can use the queen with the healers, couple of balloons in order to test, and I can get the slammer into there in order to take that cannon down. And as long as it does, boom! All of them wall compartments are indeed open. Let's get the rest of the healers in. One more black bomb in order to, one more balloon in order to test for black bombs. And oh, I didn't even realize all of our baby dragons within that clan castle have actually taken out the queen. That is pretty epic. I can continue to put the balloons in here. The queen is now into the base. Let's put 1, 2 baby dragons at the bottom. Try and funnel the queen into the base that little bit better. Healers are taking damage from the Expo, so let's go ahead and freeze that, guys. I'd like the Queen to get this little bit further before I start spamming baby dragons. Let's get the King up here. Let's get one more balloon in order to help out. Then we can just flush the baby dragons in from one side. Grand Warden on air mode. Let's get one more rage in, not necessarily because we need it, but because we have to try and get the Queen through this area and get them away from, or the healers away from the Expo. We have dragons coming out of the clan castle. I don't quite want to use the baby dragons just yet because I want the Queen to do a little bit more work here. Draw the dragons across. We can now use the poison and the rage and spam the baby dragons in. Come on, boys, let's get this down. Let's get the bat spells in as well. From where can we use them? Probably along this side. We would like the wizard tower to be distracted first. Is it going to be, or are the bats going to get in that radius? No, the baby dragons do their job. The multi is taking our bats pretty quickly, so let's use that freeze spell. Let's use the Grand Warden's ability. Oh, I missed the bats. That was why I wanted to use the Grand Warden's ability, to try and get the bats at the same time for a mass baby dragon attack at Town Hall 12. This is pretty good, guys. I might have to tag my good friend Renee of the Clash of Clans World Championships. You guys should be watching that this weekend as well and show him just how epic the baby dragons have worked for me. I think I might tag Renee on this video. Be sure to give him a shout out as well, guys. Queen's ability will be used. Baby dragons up to the north. Looks like we're going to get around about 90% with the mass baby dragons. The Queen charge just taking that little bit too long. Man, if we'd got these troops in quicker. This was a 3-star all day long. The final archer tower falls. There's only a cannon and a wizard tower. The baby dragons would have got the 3 stars. But let's move across to all baby dragons and all bat spells. That is going to be pretty exciting. Now, this base is pretty interesting, guys. I think if we have any chance of getting this to work, this could be the base. As we zoom in, single target infernos and a one that is not even in action, not to mention 500,000 gold and elixir. Now, where do we start? The Queen is at the side of the base there, which I kind of feel if we send our heroes in for is definitely a good thing. Then we have a sweeper pointing down. You know what? I'm just going to start here, guys, because we ran out of time last time. I do not want the same thing happening again. And potentially here, I could have just used my king and not even sent my queen in. We've pulled Valkyries out of the clan castle. Not ideal, but we should be able to take these down with my king and queen. King goes down, but my queen should be able to take these Valkyries relatively quickly. I'm going to let them do a little bit of damage just because there's only one left, and we can then allow the queen to do what she does best. Sweepers pointing down to the bottom. Let's see if the queen can take this, and then I kind of feel like if we send a slammer to this right hand side, look, we should be able to take down the wizard tower, and then we can spam the bats in from that area. That should be pretty good, and we can then look, send in the baby dragons. In you go from the top of the base. Grand Warden in. Let's get the bats in from that area as well. No splash damage across this left hand side. Grand Warden is able to come forward with the baby dragons. Come on, let's see if we can get this. The bats will get in range of that wizard tower as well, keeping on to the Grand Warden until we get close to that town hall. That's the only thing that could do major damage to the baby dragons. Now let's press it. Come on, get through it. Oh no, the wizard tower has taken down our bats. The single is onto the baby dragons. We should be good for the town hall. Down it goes. We have a big group of baby dragons down to the right here, which are just cleaning up behind the bats. If only we had something for that one wizard tower which took out all of our bats. This raid could have been totally different, but it's managed quite well with the baby dragons, with all of the bat spells. But remember, guys, the comment was to use some freeze spells as well, so that is what we will be doing for the next attack, trying to follow the comment as per recommended. We will be doing all mass baby dragons again as they come through the base. They've done an incredible job, nigh on 90%. Unfortunate that that wizard tower stayed alive. Now, my plan was to use, actually, the battle blimp to get a good shot of them onto the town hall. With no rage spell for this raid, it would have been difficult, but for the next one, even if we get the 4 baby dragons in the clan castle to the town hall, we should be able to take that down and secure at least the 2-star. We are going to get 90%, so the mass baby dragons have done a tremendous job, and they actually help us in boosting back up towards Legends League. They're even going to get that gold storage as well, guys, for 91%. Baby dragons OP. Let me know in the comments which strategy you want next, but here is the composition. I have gone for the lightnings and the earthquake spells. So the comments said maybe lightning spells and skeleton spells. I can't take everything, so 2 lightning and an earthquake can be used to take down an air defense. I've taken 1 rage, I've taken 4 skeleton spells, and then we will take some freeze in the clan castle and all baby dragons. So let's request that up, guys. Baby dragons. Then we need freeze spells, and we also need, let's just go with the slammer, but I do have the blimp that I can swap out to, and again, king and queen will be used wherever necessary. This one's going to be difficult. Let's come back when we're ready to go. Wow, I haven't even looked at the base properly, but this has over 1 million gold. I might not like clouds, but I certainly like the loot. What can we do? All of the air defense to the north of the base. We could take out one of the sweepers, you know, and plow into one side, but is it even needed? Can we just zap quake one of the air defense? I think, let's say we're pushing in from that side. Why don't we zap quake this air defense? Let's get a bit of damage across there as well. So let's take that one out. Boom! Down it goes. Do we take the blimp instead? I kind of feel like we should. Let's use the king to kind of strip. Oh, we could have pushed the king and queen in towards we could have used the slammer. There's probably not much point now, guys. Let's use the queen, though. Where do I use the queen? Damn, I should have done that. Why don't we use the queen down there next to the king? If we'd have pushed the king and queen in, guys, we could have actually taken out probably all 3 of them air defense, you know. But this should help with the baby dragons, pressing them towards the town hall. We didn't quite take down the queen there. Will the enemy queen go down to my queen? Can we use the skelly spells as well? I kind of feel like before we spam the baby dragons in, let's just see what my queen does. No, she is not trying to go through a wall right now. Queen, what are you doing? Go down a little bit more and the enemy queen is there. I don't want you to take out a dud inferno tower. Oh, why? Why? Okay. Well, we've got the skelly spells to help with that, haven't we, guys? So, let's go with... I kind of feel like we need to use the rage early on to get through the air defense. Or do we... No, we use that for the town hall. We need to get a move on here. We're at 1 minute and 30. Let's get the baby dragons in with the Grand Warden. We can use a skelly spell on top of the air defense, actually. Let's do that. Let's do that. And we can send the blimp in now as we get through. That should go down, you know. Come on. Let's get ourselves down. We can freeze this air defense, actually. As the blimp comes forward, trying to get through, let's freeze all of this. Let's get a rage to this area. We can actually get a skelly there as well to help out. Let's use the Grand Warden's ability. Ah, this is crazy. Are we going to get the town hall? No, we didn't. We did not, guys. We could use the skelly spell, but I think the baby dragons should get there. We should use the skelly onto the enemy queen as long as we can get there. Do we use it on the wizard towers? Baby dragon should get there. Let's use it over... Let's use it here. The skelly spell should hopefully take down the cannon, the archer tower. We could even get through. No! The town hall is not quite going down. Grand Warden, anything. Get a hit on that town hall. Let's go. Come on! Oh, we're not going to get the 2 stars with this, guys. We were so close, yet so far. We should have got that one done. Oh, it is going to be 72% highs and lows of that attack. I do apologize, but the baby dragons, the mass baby dragons, not quite getting it done on the final attack. But how entertaining was that for an attack strategy? At least we got plenty of loot. At least we got our bonus as well, guys. So let's go ahead and collect that, and we can actually upgrade, yes, some more wall pieces for you guys, and then we can finish things off. If you want to see the mass lava hounds, it worked out a little bit better than the baby dragons. Go ahead and click this video. You guys will not regret it. That one was super fun, and let me know your comments and your strategy you want me to use down below. But until next time, peace out.